Hello, Anthony.
Hello, Claudine.
We're here today to talk about the lesser-known Form 5471 penalties.
That's right.
And how to decrease your risk of falling victim to these penalties. Now, it's a form that U.S. owners of certain foreign corporations need to file, but the failure to file, and I'm assuming it's the same for misfiling?
Yes.
Okay, can result in a $10,000 penalty per occurrence per year. Statute of limitations on assessment is also much longer if you don't file your 5471s, correct?
That's right. And some of that changed with the Hire Act of 2010. Some of it just has to do with how the law was written originally. Now, I would say this as well. The Form 5471, if you actually look at the code, the IRS has the ability to penalize you if you over-file. That if you file something you don't need to file, and the IRS determines it wasn't quite necessary, they also can penalize you. So it's a very rather insane sort of form.
Okay. Now, we know that this is something the IRS is actually actively going after. We saw a case in Canada recently.
Right. There was a case in Canada that just came out where the taxpayer had a consulting corporation, basically, I think, for self-employment income, and he didn't file a 5471, and the IRS assessed him 12 different 5471 penalties for a total of $120,000, and that was a tax penalty that Canada actually helped the U.S. collect.
That's crazy.
Yeah.
And he did try to come into compliance with his FBARs, and that's when they call it the 5471s. Now, what a lot of people don't realize is you can actually use the Streamlined Offshore Disclosure Program for 5471s, not just FBARs.
That's right, yeah. And there's a lot of reporting forms that the Streamlined program can take care of as long as you're doing it correctly.
Yes.
That's the key there. And a lot of disclosures we see, people don't know there is a missing 5471. You know, the common thing is people don't know that a dormant foreign corporation requires it, and then something that doesn't really have a business purpose. In many countries, you will hold your residence that you have in a corporation. It's just the way it's done there. That could require a Form 5471, and if you don't do it, it's a $10,000 penalty per occurrence.
All right, so tell me about the qualifications. Number one important thing.
Yeah, so the number one important thing when we talk about the streamlined disclosure with anyone is I don't care what the facts are out there. You know, if there's something, if there's a blacklisted bank involved, if there's somebody who was doing something shady, what I want to know is about you. And what was your intent? What was going on with you? You know, with the Form 5471, right, it's so complicated. Who in their right mind actually said, oh, yeah, I knew about the form requirements, knew all about it, and I went and did it incorrectly on purpose, right? So that's sort of it's really not going to happen a lot. We just don't want you to make assumptions about your issue because we really do want to see you go into the Streamlined program if possible, okay? Because this is the difference that I talked about, you know, and we had a podcast the other day where I was talking about the OVDP program. That is really designed for people with criminal intent. It really is, or people who have to file it in order for some FBAR penalty risk that they're running. It's really for that. So if we go streamlined, you're really not at risk for, you know, most of our clients aren't at risk for criminal prosecution anyway. So we really want you to get through there if we can make it work.
And if not, you know, you can get into the full OVDP. Streamline, obviously easier because it's not going to cost as much and it won't be as timely. So tell me some of the benefits of the Streamlined OVDP in particular for Form 5471s.
Well, we're only going back 3 years.
Oh.
And, you know, the Form 5471, we've done some videos on this, on calculating the time required to do one, because this is what you need to understand about it. It's both a balance sheet and income statement. So it's more information than you would ever have to file if it was just a domestic corporation. Now, what the IRS does with its information, we have no idea. What a lot of this information's relationship to your income isn't exactly clear in a lot of cases. So it's just sort of this form that was originally for large multinational corporations. However, it's applied to individuals.
Now, the penalty for filers who live outside the U.S., no penalty.
No penalty. So that's an awesome deal, right?
What about the penalty for stock value for those living in the U.S.?
Right. So it's a 5% penalty. If you live in the U.S., there's a 5% penalty on that. Now it comes down to, well, how do you evaluate a stock? Well, you know, if you're self-employed, what's your business really worth? Take you out of the equation. What's it really worth? For many people, their self-employment, it's an opportunity to work. It's not really an asset that is automatically generating revenue.
Yep.
So, claiming a low valuation isn't very difficult, just, legitimately.
We already said it's a much quicker process
quicker.
than full OVDP. You'll learn how to properly file Form 5471 moving forward.
Yeah, we'll help you get that done.
Yep, so you don't have to worry about it. Once you're done, you're done. And then also look for other missing forms that can be included.
We routinely find, when someone does hire us, we routinely find other things they didn't know was an issue. They hired us for one thing, and as we sort of started going through a case, we found other things. Missing FATCA Form 8938. Usually that's a little bit more obvious, but sometimes a foreign partnership, it could be 8865. That's a form. It's like the 5471, just for foreign partnerships. 3520. Foreign pensions, okay? That's a big one that comes up. And you might also need a 3520A. And that's really one of the big issues that we see. We see also a lot of people with foreign life insurance. They don't understand it's reportable and also needs to go on an FBAR. And then also foreign mutual funds. These are the things that pop up again and again that a lot of people don't know need to be part of their disclosure in order to do it correctly.
Yep. All right, well, if you need assistance, we do also have a streamlined submission where we can review something that's already been prepared.
That's right.
So if you want a second opinion, if you do need help understanding which program you should get into, don't hesitate to contact us. Call us at 888-727-8796 or email info@IRSMedic.com. And of course, more information at IRSMedic.com. Like and comment below and make sure you subscribe to our channel. We want to thank you for watching.